I'm the scat man. Yo do do do. Skimmy dimmy yo do do do. Yo do do ba 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 do. Ba 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 do.
It's a big slate Thursday. Welcome to NHL Puck Props, presented by Bet99. Josh Inglis, Carlo Koliakovo. Thanks for joining us here. Yes, that Lundell, Luosterainen empty net was beauty, plus 225. There were some other good ones yesterday. The late game, the top line all hit for Seattle. I think I mentioned it on air. That was like plus 425. And then the top line for the Kings also cracked with LaFerriere, and that was somewhere in that plus 350 range. So some prices are back with some line stacks, but I don't know. I'd see.
It's a Christmas season. We're in the season of giving.
I feel like we're seeing less two-way scoring though right now in the league.
Right.
I don't know. It seems that way. Like Rangers getting shut out by Spencer Knight. Didn't have that on the bingo card last night. Calgary decided to wake up in the third period. Just needed a Joel Farabee penalty shot goal to get going. A little too late for Calgary. And then Seattle just continues the parity of the league, taking 2 points in a 3-point game versus the Kings. Hit that like, hit that stream, hit that hype button if you haven't. Good to see everybody here. Big slate. I don't have a lot. We'll go through some games, but I don't have a ton of plays here in terms of money lines, totals, but some good prices for some player points. Let's roll. As always, we start with the Leafs. I don't have a play in this game, but I do have some questions for you. The Leafs are minus 200 on the money line.
I have a play.
I know. You here, Jason Robertson, scratch. He's ready to score a goal.
Nick Robertson.
What'd I say?
Jason.
Dang.
It's okay.
At least they're family.
Yeah.
My question, I got a couple questions, so before we get to one of your favorite trends. Hildeby leads all goalies in goals saved above expected per 60 through 9 games. Does the luck run out with him, or is it sustainable?
I mean, I think it's sustainable.
Really?
I'm always a fan of big goalies. Okay. Like if I was on a management staff and my job was to like scout goalies, the first thing I would look for in a goalie is size and athleticism. And this guy has it. This guy has the size and athleticism because he covers most of the net just from standing in there. And what I noticed from his game last year to his game this year is he's a lot less busy in the crease with his feet. Right. And so that takes time, that takes maturity, that takes, development and playing games. And so he's gotten that seasoning last year. He's come in this year. He looks a little bit more seasoned. He looks a lot more poised in the net. And look, when you're going through a stretch and you're given an opportunity and you feel good about a couple of games you've already played, who's to say that it can't exist still?
All right.
And continue. All right. So I feel like it can.
All right. Mike Wingle said Nylander pointless in his last 4. That was my next point. 4 straight games, no points, moving to a line with Waugh and Joshua, and PP1 doesn't do anything. What do you think about Willie? No points for plus 185.
Ooh, well, he hasn't had a point in the last 4 games, and he just got.
I know, but are we too late?
I think so. I mean, just because of the team they're playing too, right? The Sharks don't pose this crazy defensive threat. I mean, they're a team that can score a goal and score in bunches, but we had their coach Ryan Orsofsky on today, and we got to remember, like, they're still a young team, and there's probably going to be a little bit more maturity that needs to happen with this group, and because of that, you got to feel like there's going to be some offensive chances exchanged. So, yeah, he gets demoted to the third line, but he's playing with 2 of the best players the Maple Leafs have had over this last stretch.
Oh, yeah,
Joshua
sure.
and Waugh.
Now, you might have just answered it. I was going to get to that when you had Ryan Warfowski on today. What was your takeaway from that conversation with you, Matt, and Ryan?
In In what sense? Like
in general, after you heard him, after you heard it, where do you see San Jose in terms of competing with some
the
big
first
kids?
thing that was said by our producer Rod was like, wow, that was the first time we've had a coach on that actually shared personality. Like he was having fun with our conversation. Normally when you get coaches on, it's like very monotone, very short answers, very serious about, not giving too much. But with San Jose, look, this is a team that is led by the play and the leadership of Macklin Celebrini. And that's part of the reason why they've had so much success. They've added some veterans to this group. There's a belief in the room because of where they're at that they could be more competitive than maybe most people gave them credit for to start the season. And I think there's excitement around this group because of what the future looks like.
But maybe the future's not right now.
And maybe it is.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not. Maybe you're right. Maybe it's not.
But at least they're being a little more competitive than seasons past.
Yeah. I mean, you can only control what you can control, and what they can control.
They're not ready for that Anaheim jump yet.
No, I don't think so.
Okay. I agree. I agree with you. Nice jacket, Josh. Thank you very much. How cool. I love when you guys are in my head because I was waiting for you to finish. So I was saying, I hope I can get a call in Graph Point come up some point today, Bet99, because that could probably be plus 120. I think there's a lot of value getting those line one guys who aren't correlated on PP1. I know he scored the goal in the last game. That whole line pointed. So hopefully looking for something there. As we go down the board, Anaheim and the Islanders over under at 6.5. One of the best over teams in Anaheim, 8-2 to the over the last 10. One of the best under teams in the Islanders, 3-7 over under in their last 10. Well, the Islanders haven't seen a 6.5 total in 11 straight games. I think that's a little high in that game. I mentioned yesterday that I thought the Rangers Blackhawks total was a little high. Same feeling with this game. Now we go to what you want to call the touchy subject, whatever. I don't care. When I'm betting and my money does not know politics, sadly. Carter Hart returns to Philadelphia, right?
Oh, wow.
Like that's.
Is he playing? Is it confirmed?
I don't know, right?
Yeah.
Like
I doubt they're going to play him.
It's probably a giant distraction, right?
Yeah.
I would think so. Okay. But I mean, they're winning, but all 3 games he's played, I think they've gone to overtime. He has a sub 900 save percentage, but Vegas possible 9 of a possible 10 in their last. But there was talk about what Philadelphia is and how they could maybe squeeze out like a Jack Adams award this year because they're playing well. Are we at the point where are we giving Philadelphia a tier up into that 7-8 range, more so competitive in the top 8 than they are struggling in the bottom 8? I'm not sold on them myself.
So are you asking me if I believe in Philly?
Because I think the narrative with us this whole year is like, I don't have a pulse on Philadelphia, but I mean, they're plus 130 home dogs in this game.
Yeah.
I kind of lean on their side of the play because they're playing almost the same hockey as Vegas.
So I'm looking at the standings right now, and the 3rd place team in the Metro is the Islanders. First wild card is Pittsburgh, and second wild card is Philly. And so I think Philly is in that conversation in the mix with those 3 teams. And you can add New Jersey and the Rangers. New Jersey's tied with Philly, and the Rangers are 1 point behind.
I'd rather beat Philadelphia than New Jersey.
Well, that group, really?
Yeah.
Why?
I'm more optimistic about Philadelphia turning things around than New Jersey.
Really? I'm surprised to hear that.
Why? New Jersey's awful.
But New Jersey's got, a starting goaltender. New Jersey's got, star players on their team. I mean, most of Philly's players are still young.
Yes, Philly is pretty close to being one more center away from being very good. You can't. I don't think Christian Dvorak's your number 1 center going forward, but like sliding him down to a middle 6 role works very well.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. And I guess going back to what I said about those group of 5 teams, how good do you feel about any of those teams?
I don't feel good about any team.
right? They're right in the mix. And it's just like, okay. And maybe that's the common consensus around the league where it's like, aside from Dallas and Colorado, and maybe Washington and Carolina, because Washington's turned it around and Carolina still has that feel of being a hard team and a well-built roster. What teams do you feel really good about? I mean, any team could really hit a surge or hit a slump.
And that's what I'm saying. Plus 130 non-conference game.
Yeah.
I don't mind it. I don't mind it.
I agree.
Konechny 2 points. Zegras plus 375 from Insight. I really wanted that Dvorak point. I think it was like plus 135 last game. I think it was available. It's not available. Interesting to see if point props aren't available on bigger slates. But I did notice yesterday at the start of the games, just before game time, that there were who was it? Why can't I think? There was another player whose point props opened up, like Mackie Samoskevich and Erod opened up late. So if they're not there now, keep an eye on them. They could open up later. They usually do. Montreal, Pittsburgh. You're doing the Leaf game today, right?
I am, yeah.
Ooh, let's go. All right. Montreal, Pittsburgh, though. Pittsburgh minus 120. I like that. I like that Pittsburgh price minus 120 over under sitting at 6.5. A couple stacks here I like. I do like Demidov and Slafkovsky, who are paired together plus 200. I think Zach Bolduc might be up to power play one, but anything can change.
Wait, Demidov and Slafkovsky are playing together now?
Yeah, they brought Bolduc up to the top. They brought Bolduc up to the top line. That's
they went Kapanen, Slafkovsky, and Demidov.
Yeah, which I really like that line.
Yeah, they've been good.
Kapanen's been one of the low-key best rookies in the league.
Yep. Agreed.
Right up there in scoring. So I do like that line. I do hope maybe Demidov gets some power play time, but happy with the 5-on-5 plus 200. Two guys, not a bad spot there. And then the top line in Pittsburgh versus Montreal. This is one of my favorites, Russ Crosby and old Novak, anybody who can play, on that top line with Crosby. I want I got to ask ChatGPT about all the other wingers who have played with Sidney Crosby who have had their best years and probably nobody remembers.
Yeah.
Right? Like, is Chris Kunitz like maybe the least remembered Canadian athlete at an Olympics, or a guy who was probably, I don't think he's probably an 80-point player.
Kunitz?
Yeah. It's not a name you hear thrown around much, but it's a product of Sid.
What about Connor Sheary? Remember him? He lit it up in Pittsburgh too. And then when he went somewhere else,
Connor Sheary's playing second line over in New York with the Rangers.
What?
I believe so. Chat.
No.
Double check with that.
I'll look it up right now.
Or is it a different Sheary?
Oh, it is. It's Connor Sheary.
Yeah. Right.
What?
Yeah.
He's still playing?
Still there, bud.
That's news for me, man. I would have never thought that. That's crazy.
So one of my favorite stacks that I'll get boosted today is when you get these guys who just show up on the point sheet because they're plus big money. Go look at their assists. Slafkovsky assist and Novak assist is 11-1.
What?
And I'm gonna get that boosted today for this game.
All right, I love that. That's actually good.
The double assist stack is it's fun. Sheary's on top line now, Nick says. I didn't know. Did Laffy get the demotion? I didn't see. They probably made some moves after getting blanked in the middle of that game last night.
Yeah, probably.
Pittsburgh has won 6 straight.
See Stoozy. So Slav goal, Novak goal. Got it.
Oh, yeah. See what that is. It's probably less. Pittsburgh's won 6 straight meetings. They've outscored them 29-12. Crosby 69 points in 52 career games versus Montreal. Montreal is, you've seen it. Montreal has the worst goals against per 60 in the last 10 games, 3.95. And it's not bad luck because they're also 4th last in expected goals against. Montreal is a good team to bet against for goals right now. No?
Yep. Well, I don't know. That could change today. Apparently, their young stud prospect, Jacob Fowler, who's having a really good season in their minor league team. Just got called up right after the game, and there's talk that he could potentially start tonight.
So in Montreal goalie fashion, he starts off like 5-0 with 3 shutouts and then falls off the table.
I mean, would it surprise you?
Interesting. Have you ever played? Oh, yeah, I guess you would have had like young goalies making their first starts. Like, how does that work? Does anyone talk?
Times.
Yeah, but like, does anyone talk about like? Is it like a starting pitcher thing where you just don't talk about it in the dressing room?
Yeah, you don't really bring too much attention to it. I mean, maybe you do a round of clicks, before the game to sort of welcome into the league and bring attention
That's
to it.
what you guys do.
Oh yeah,
like a grade 3 elementary class. Everybody snap for Carlo.
Yeah, round of clicks.
That's so
Jacob Fowler is going to get lit up like your jacket.
like,
jeez.
Be interesting.
Yeah, and like to be said about it. When it's determined that he's starting, players have to know, okay, rookie goaltender, not really know much about this guy. He's probably got a lot of hype around him, but it's a message sent to the group in front of them that they need to play better.
We need a Pittsburgh to stay ahead in this game so those lines don't get blown up. But at the end of the day, like, who's going to jump up onto that line anyway? Anthony Mantha?
Yeah.
They don't got anybody.
Here, let me look at their team.
Right? I'd rather be Philadelphia than Pittsburgh too. I mean, I obviously got Crosby, but like, depth wise, there's a debate saying that Crosby.
Oh, you got Justin Brazeau, you got Rucker McGroarty, you got Ville Koivunen. Yeah, that's who you could. Oh, there's no Malkin tonight. What happened to Malkin?
That depth is awful. But like Crosby, like there is an argument to say like what actually is the most valuable player. And I think that's what we say. Like if he's not on that team, how much worse is that team? Crosby's probably got to be it, honestly.
Yeah. No doubt. No doubt. I don't think there's any argument he made against it.
Malkin's on the IR, but
yeah, I saw that.
That team is weak down the middle.
But they've been finding ways to win hockey games, man. Like
they got Kevin Hayes. Well, they got Hazy in the second line center spot.
We make fun of them. They've had 2 OT losses. They're banking points.
I know. And they get a good matchup versus Montreal. Maybe a goalie making his first start. Do you think they give him the first start on the road? Is that more common as opposed to doing it at home?
No, I don't think it's more common. I think it depends on the situation, right? I mean, I think he'd probably have more butterflies and be more nervous playing his first game at the Bell Center.
Yeah.
Because
it's
an electric atmosphere in there, right? So you're feeling the energy of the crowd. On the road, you don't really feel that same energy in the crowd because, you're the road team. They're not supposed to like you. So.
Not a Novak hater. Not a Novak hater, but yes, will get his assist for the boost, so he will score a goal. Mark my words. Ottawa, Columbus. This is a pass here for me. The Columbus offense, 2 goals, last 2 games since that 7-6 game versus Florida. Ottawa power play is 6 for 13 last 3 games. There are some missing props in this game that hopefully jump out. Like Cousins isn't there. Outside of that, I really don't trust anything with this Columbus team. It's kind of dried up, and even before that, it was that second line doing a lot of the scoring. The top line's kind of cooled off. So off that game, probably the best game of the best 2 teams in the East, Carolina at Washington, is a pick. I still think Washington is the better team here at home, especially. Totals at 6.5, lean to the under for sure. But Logan Thompson's back on another hell of a run, 5-0-1 in his last 6, 132 goals, 955 save. Lean on the under, lean on Washington money line. Carolina, first game after a 7-game homestand where they went 4-3 straight up, and they're still running that 3 goalie system, which is
Bussy.
Yeah, who actually leads the league, I think, in high danger save percentage. But I don't know, but like on paper, I think Washington. This is saying if this game was in a neutral location, that Carolina would be the favorite.
Yeah.
I think Washington's the side. That's my insight. That's what I like. Tampa Bay, New Jersey. What I do like here is that second line that did point last game. Bjorkstrand point, Gensel for a point, plus 325. You are not going to find a line that also all correlates power play one at this price versus a New Jersey team who I've already dumped on today. So you know what that means, Carlo.
True. Shutout coming for New Jersey.
Yeah.
Bet the shutout.
Yeah, New Jersey 1-5 straight up in their last 6 games. They've been outscored 11-23. They've mixed up the lines. I think they got Bratt playing with Mercer on the second line, Heischer and Timo Meier on that top line. There's just nothing going on with Tampa Bay or with New Jersey right now. So give me that second line. Bjorkstrand, point, Gensel, plus 325. I believe it's Kucherov and Radish on the top line. The Victor Hedman being out maybe even opens this game up a little more. I'll take that line. I do like that line. I do like Tampa Bay minus 130 is something I like. Who else did we talk about that also scored? Oh, yeah, Axel Foley. Axel Foley got a goal last night if you weren't paying attention in Detroit. I can tell you face on.
I am, yeah. Yeah, I'm reading the comments and I'm trying to read these matchup lines.
Boston at Winnipeg. Winnipeg is the New Jersey of the West.
What?
Yeah, Winnipeg's the New Jersey of the West. A team that's overrated, a team that...
Okay, but is there a team right now that has basically shown you the importance of losing one player?
Yes, Jack Hughes to New Jersey.
Okay. Oh, so that's why you made that. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. Nice
Teams being held together by a threat.
Yeah. Nice work.
As
Yeah.
Francis
I didn't even
calls
put
one of
that
the
together.
Scam teams of the NHL, the New Jersey Devils.
Scam teams.
But I feel Boston's wildly undervalued here. Plus 130 on the money line. Got to go with that top line. With Geeky and Lindholm a point each at plus 190. Pasta could jump up there at any moment if needed. Geeky is minus 125 for a point. He's second in goals. He has a point in 19 of his last 24 games. There's just no respect on Boston top line points. There are 0 props available for that second line. It's such an easy one. You like the Boston money line? Yeah. Okay. Just go get Geeky and Lindholm for a point each at a much better price, plus 190. You have more outs. Yeah. There's not much to say. Geeky probably one of the best.
Worry about a result. You just worry about the points.
Yeah, 1-0. You can lose 3-1. Still get it. Winnipeg is 2-8 straight up in their last 8 games. And what I wrote, I like when I write something and I don't remember it. I have to get back to it. This is what I wrote about Winnipeg. Winnipeg is 2-8 straight up their last 10 games, and a dump team that is trying to mix things up as they are 1 point below Seattle, 2 behind Utah and San Jose. A dump team. But yeah, things are bad, obviously, in Winnipeg because they're changing up that line with the Scheifele line. Velarde's been dumped down to line 2. No, thank you. And I am skipping some games here, but this is the last game I'll look at. Buffalo, Vancouver. Like, this is a perfect betting game. It's late. It sucks. You got one of the worst road teams in hockey versus maybe the worst team in hockey. Yeah. It's a pick 'em. This game could be 3-1, but I'm going Doan and Benson for a point at plus 225. McLeod is the center on that line, but Doan and Benson on the wings also correlate to PP1. And it's facing a Vancouver team that you were talking about it on the show. You're just like, and I put a tweet out yesterday. I'm like, is this not the most embarrassing franchise? Like, just to have the same things repeat, even after you turn over, you get rid of coaches, you get rid of players, you think that's the excuse, but the same things keep coming up.
It's really sad because when they brought in Rick Tocchet, he did such a great job in turning that team around and putting them into the playoffs and making them a playoff team. And then everything's just fallen apart internally with that group over the last 2 years. You saw the Miller and Pettersson beef. That had to get settled. Miller moves on. They bring in Cheadle. He hasn't been able to stay healthy. And now this whole Quinn Hughes situation, and I know Quinn's trying to do the best he can to manage it without bringing too much attention to it. But when you lose at Vancouver's in, it's hard not to talk about it because now even the players are recognizing, okay, this is probably going to be a little bit more of a reality because of where we are and all the noise around his situation. And I guess, nobody wants to lose a player like Quinn Hughes, but we live in the world of sports and that stuff happens. And I guess for Vancouver, we don't know how good or bad they're going to make out of this decision, because if they trade Quinn Hughes and they bring in like 4 pieces that can help make this roster deeper, then maybe it does help them. But if they do a Miller for Cheadle and Cheadle's not available, you've gotten rid of a really significant player and you haven't really, filled that hole.
Plug it with David Camp at 1 year, $1 million to center line 1, bud.
Yeah.
18 and a half minutes. Like he's playing.
I know.
It's sad.
Yeah.
Nick Porto saying the Hughes brothers are babies, and I really like that take. I like that take. I think it's, maybe I'll get in trouble. No, I'm not going to get in trouble. But I think it's more of an American style of hockey talking versus a Canadian. And you hear guys like Jack talk a little more conceitedly than the average Canadian hockey player. No?
I don't know. I don't feel that way.
What?
No.
There's much more of a chip on the shoulder of young American hockey players, I feel.
In what sense? Like what chip are you talking about?
Like to the media, like not by the book professionalism, blah blah blah. All lines are firing. Like,
okay, I can side with you on that. Yeah, like there is a tone that
that's what I'm saying.
You hear when guys that grow up in America without the media attention that most Canadians get. Yeah, I think you can agree to that, but I don't know if they're considered like bad people because
I didn't say they're bad people. I just
no. Yeah,
less media trained.
Yeah, fair, less media trained. Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
No, but I mean, like, even go back to what college team was that? Gabe Perreault, Logan Cooley. Is that Boston College?
Logan Cooley went to Minnesota.
Oh, the Minnesota. Who was on that Gabe Perreault line that was like all 3 stud? Ryan Leonard? Was Ryan Leonard on that too?
Okay, so what? Let me see. What school did Gabe Perreault go to?
There it is. Just put Gabe Perreault college line. Come on, chat. Help me out. I'm old. We know how good I am with names. Probably said 2 Canadians, 2 Canadians when I'm trying to talk about American skaters.
Boston College.
Okay. Who was his line?
I don't know who his line
It's nasty.
was.
Just put Gabe Perreault line at Boston College.
Gabe Perreault.
Patrick Kane started it all by beating up a taxi driver. There it is. Thank you, buddy. Will Smith and Ryan Leonard.
There you go. Oh,
That's a nasty line.
Yeah, nasty.
Poor Ryan Leonard. We'll get him. Hopefully he gets back going. But, I mean, Washington could be better. But that's it. Those plays there. I'm going to get that double assist boosted for a big one tonight. I'll be on the move going to the city. We do have some football tonight on Tampa Bay. Team total under 23.5. Baker Mayfield's the worst quarterback in a lot of metrics over the last 4 weeks. He's terrible.
So you're going Tampa Bay under team total?
Yeah, 24.5. The 23.5 still good.
Interesting.
I know, and that's versus an offense that is without Drake London and might be without Kyle Pitts.
Wow. What's the total in the game?
44. It's a low one. It could be a very ugly game, and I think just because maybe Mike Evans and McMillan come back, that it's just not it doesn't mean everything's going to be awesome. It could be crowded.
Yeah. All right.
Baker playing injured, yeah, for sure. Baker probably injured himself. What was it in that Buffalo game where he got shook up?
I thought it was against Dallas, wasn't it?
Was it the Dallas game?
It was a primetime game. Was it Sunday night or Monday night?
Not sure, but yeah,
2 weeks ago.
Season. Rivers is back. So is Antonio Gates. Oh, geez, let's go. All right, those are the cards today. Keep an eye on props coming out. Point props. Look for those top guys plus money on top lines. Dvorak is a guy that comes to mind, but let's wrap it up. Back tomorrow. I'll be off-site, but we'll do the show off-site. I'll do the show off-site. Small slate. Love Friday cards, but let's go. Big slate. 13 games today. Josh Inglis, Carlo Koliakovo, NHL Puck Props presented by Bet99. Appreciate you guys. See you back here tomorrow 10. Lead us out, bud.
Ciao.
Scatman, yo,